Let's follow a password. Call it our password. Not because it's yours, or maybe it is, but because by the end of this it will feel like it. Born in a hurry. Typed one-handed while the other hand held a phone, a coffee, a toddler. 8 characters. A capital letter because the form demanded one. A number tacked on the end for the same reason. One password. A dozen doors. And somewhere, right now, a machine is already trying it. Not politely knocking, but guessing, billions of times a second, on every lock this one password could possibly open. This isn't a story about hackers in hoodies. It's a story about a piece of technology built for a world that stopped existing decades ago. Nobody ever told it. So, if the lock is this old, who exactly has been guarding your life? 1961, MIT. A room full of engineers share one room-sized computer, and they need a way to keep people out of each other's files. Their fix: give everyone a secret word. It works. For about a year. By 1962, a student named Alan Scher wants more computer time than he's been given. So he prints out the entire password file and helps himself to everyone else's. The first password system in history, beaten by one of its own users before it turned 2. It was built to guard one room for a few hours of computer time. Nobody ever updated the job description. 65 years later, the room is gone. So why is the lock still the same size? The technology changed constantly. The habit didn't move an inch. 3 numbers tell you everything. 19 billion breached passwords, pulled from years of leaks. 94% reused or exact duplicates. Not 19 billion careless people. The same small pile, worn smooth like a hallway carpet, walked over account after account. 91% of people know reusing passwords is risky. 59% do it anyway. That's not ignorance. That's exhaustion. And here's the one that should really bother you. 92% of IT professionals, people whose entire job is security, reuse passwords too, at almost the same rate as everyone else. Meet the pattern this actually creates. Somewhere tonight, someone logs into a food delivery app they haven't opened in 2 years. The one with the password they reused everywhere. They don't know that account already leaked. They don't know a machine somewhere just tried that same password on their email, on their bank. It gets in on the second try. They didn't get hacked tonight. They got hacked years ago, on a website they forgot existed. Tonight is just when it caught up. So who's actually failing here? The users, or a system that demands tired humans be perfect forever with zero room for error? So what does losing a database actually look like? Sony PlayStation Network. 77 million accounts, passwords stored in plain, readable text. Like an open phone book anyone could flip through. You'd think that was rock bottom. 2012, LinkedIn does it right. Hashes every password. Technically encrypted. Except they skip one step. Salting. Every identical password scrambles into the exact same code, so hackers don't even crack it. They just recognize it. 90% broken in 72 hours. 100 million lives, 3 days. Not a headline. A moment. Someone opens a banking app to a balance that's wrong. gets a password reset email at 3 a.m. for an account they forgot they had. That pattern repeats for another decade, different logos, same mistake, until 2025, when it all converges into one number. 16 billion, not one breach. Years of quiet malware, siphoning logins off infected machines, stitched into one searchable pile. An archive of human carelessness, indexed and waiting. Somewhere in that pile. Is our password already in there? Companies will tell you they never store your actual password. True, it barely matters. Picture it like this. Your password goes into a blender. What comes out? The hash can't be poured back into the original fruit. That's the whole point. One way, irreversible. Except, if 1 million people all blend the exact same ingredients, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the smoothie looks identical every single time. Attackers don't need to unblend it. They just need a catalog of common blends, a rainbow table, and match yours on site. Instant recognition, not decryption. The fix already exists. Salting. One random ingredient, unique to you, tossed in before the blend. Now no two smoothies ever match, even from identical passwords. Simple idea, devastating when skipped. And if there's genuinely no shortcut, GPUs now attempt billions of guesses a second. An 8-character password, unsalted, weakly hashed, falls in minutes. Not hours, minutes. If the lock can be beaten in the time it takes to make coffee, was it ever really a lock? Two-factor authentication is on, so you're covered. Mostly, not entirely. Attackers stopped going through it. Now they go around it. Push bombing. Flood your phone with approval requests at 2 a.m. over and over, until, half asleep, irritated, you tap approve just to make it stop. Sharper still, a fake login page sitting invisibly between you and the real one, capturing your password and your one-time code, using both before the code expires. It's called an adversary in the middle attack, a shield with a hole cut exactly where you weren't looking. Even regulators have started flagging text codes as insecure. If the backup plan needs a backup plan of its own, what's actually supposed to stop this? Here's the strongest login you'll ever have. It won't involve you typing anything. Not one character. It's called a passkey, and it runs on a different idea entirely. Instead of a secret you type, something that can be fished, guessed, scraped out of a careless database, your device generates a matched pair of mathematical keys, one locked inside your phone, behind your face or your fingerprint, the other on the server, useless without its match. Nothing to type, nothing to fish, nothing sitting in a spreadsheet waiting for the next mega leak. By mid-2025, more than 2/3 of users had already turned one on. Google's own numbers show passkey logins succeeding 4 times more often than passwords, because there's nothing left to mistype, forget, or get locked out of. It's not flawless. Lose the device, recovery takes real effort. But for the first time in over 60 years, the weak point isn't a piece of text sitting somewhere, quietly waiting to leak. For 65 years, the weak point was always the same shape. What does it feel like when it finally isn't? Remember our password? Born in a hurry, reused a dozen times, sitting right now in a pile with 16 billion others? It never stood a chance. Nothing typed by a distracted person at 11 p.m. in 2019 was ever going to survive a machine attempting 1 billion guesses a second in 2026. And maybe that's the actual point. It's not that your password failed you. It's that we spent over 60 years handing a piece of technology built in 1961 for one room, one machine, a few hours of computer time, the job of guarding an entire life. Your bank, your medical records, your whole digital identity, propped up by 8 characters and a number you only added because a form told you to. We changed the job. Nobody changed the lock. Our password already knows how this story ends. But you get to write a different one. Go check whether your accounts support passkeys yet. Turn them on where they do. Not because your password will definitely be next, because statistically, somewhere on a list of 16 billion, it probably already is.